Hello everyone, welcome to this video. I'm Charlie from Conscious Creation. Hope everyone is doing well out there today. In this video, I'd like to share with you how to manifest a specific person the Neville Goddard way. When it comes to manifesting a specific person, you must understand this one thing, and that is anything is possible. Anything is possible, but you must have crystal clear clarity on what you want to manifest. Is it a person that you haven't met before? Is it a person you have met in the past? Is it someone that you have dated before? Perhaps an ex? So what we need to do, we need to have crystal clear clarity on who we want to bring into our life, that specific person. And then what you must do is you must create an imaginal scene, a scene that implies that you are already with this person. And the best time to do this is when you are falling asleep at night, or when you are feeling really calm and relaxed throughout the day and you are having this sort of daydreamy phase. This is the time to bring to your mind's eye that scene that implies that you are already with this person. Now, when you are creating the scene, what you must do is you must create the scene a little bit after what you want to create. So for example, let's say you want to manifest a marriage, a specific person, is you could create a scene that implies your 1-year anniversary, or perhaps you are both holding hands together with an engagement ring or a wedding ring around your finger. See, this scene implies that you are already with this person, because the in-between phase is going to be organized by infinity. You are not to imagine how this is going to happen. That is not your job. So once you have created that scene, the reason you want to give it as much detail as you can, because when you're falling asleep at night or you're in that daydream phase, is you don't want to keep thinking, oh, what do I have to think about with the scene? Because that actually increases your brain waves. You want to be nice and calm and relaxed, and you want it to be very natural. You want that scene to come into your mind very naturally. And this is why you want to write down and create the scene first. And then what you do is through that thought process, when you have thought about that scene, that selects that possibility. Remember, everything exists. That's why anything is possible. So with your mind, you are selecting that possibility. And then the next bit, which is the most important bit, is to feel the feeling of the wish fulfilled. You need to feel it in your body, that sense of excitement and enjoyment and fulfillment that your desire has already been achieved. So you must select that possibility, so that scene in your mind that already implies that you're with that person, and then you feel the emotions in your body of what it would be like to actually have already had that satisfying feeling, as if it's like a memory in the past. And once you do this correctly, your job is done. And you want to do this as many times as you like until it feels like it's cemented in your subconscious mind. Usually it's between 10 and 30 days, but the stronger the feeling, the more likely it's going to be impressed upon your subconscious mind. And then what you do is we learn to let it go. But I'm going to share with you through this process because it's not as easy just to simply let go. But once you see the signs, then your job is done. If you see the signs, your job is done. And this is really important to understand as well. So let's say, for example, you have created that imaginal act. You've created the feelings in your body. You have fallen asleep at night and you have felt those emotions. Now the universe will start giving you these signs. Perhaps you'll hear people talking about marriages, or you'll see things about wedding rings, whatever it might be. And once you have seen those signs 2, 3, or 4 times consistently, then you know that it has been planted and the universe is now working to create that in your life, and it's using its infinite intelligence. But I'm going to share with you what you need to understand so you don't prolong the manifestation, because our carnal mind can't comprehend how these things are going to happen. And what happens is it actually gets in the way of your manifestation and prolongs or even stops that person coming into your life. So I'm going to share with you some tips about this. So what we want to do is we want to suspend judgment of how things are going to happen. We must understand that everything is happening perfectly. Now, this is a skill and it requires practice. That's why it's really good to start manifest small things to start with, so you can start to believe how this actually works. But for example, let's say it was an ex and you're trying to manifest them back into your life, and then you suddenly bump into them again and you start going on some dates, but the dates don't go well, you start fighting with this person, and then you break it off again. Okay, to your carnal mind, that would be, oh, this is bad, this hasn't worked, this manifestation is a dud, right? Actually, with infinity's intelligence, this was exactly what needed to happen in order for you to reach that end goal, because that end product, when you are both together, it all seems to be, has to be very natural, has to be natural for them, and it has to be natural for you. But to get to that place of naturalness means you have to go through some things that are unexpected. So you have to suspend judgment and realize that if they act differently to the way that you expected, it's okay. Because if you think about it, as a human being, we can only experience one dimension of reality. Now, God, the universe, infinite intelligence, whatever you want to call it, it is connected to these infinite dimensions and awareness at the same time. In other words, it can see the big picture. So let's say you're this person here and you're going along this timeline like this, right? Now, God, the universe, can see these infinite timelines and infinite possibilities. So it understands that you need to go to here, to back here, to over here in order to reach here. We think that we have to take a straight line. So a lot of people would think, oh, now I've manifested that person, I'm going to get a text the next day and everything's going to go according to plan. So what we want to do is we want to suspend judgment and not contradict what is happening. So for example, let's say you find that person suddenly starts dating someone else and you start getting jealous, or these old memories start coming back, or you start judging the person. Remember, this is all part of the process. Now, if you have planted the seed correctly and you see those signs, you just must understand that it's all happening perfectly and as it should be. And once you can suspend judgment and see that everything is happening perfectly, that means your manifestation of you being together is going to come along a lot quicker. In the Bible, it says God's ways are past finding out. So we can't try and figure out how is this going to happen. If we try and manipulate, we try and control, we try and predict how this is going to happen, what we actually do is we prolong the manifestation because we are creating limitations and obstacles. So just to sum it up for you, you must have a crystal clear idea of who you want to manifest in your life, and then you must create that scene in your mind that implies that you are already with this person. But again, you want to do it after what you actually want to experience with them. And it's also crucial to do it through first person point of view. You mustn't imagine the scene as if you are watching it. You must do it as if you are experiencing it, because I have known people who have done this sort of thing with manifestation, and the manifestation has gone perfectly, except they weren't the ones who were experiencing it because they weren't viewing it through first person. Now, you want to do this imaginal act as you're falling asleep at night or during the day if you're in a daydreamy state, and that will plant it upon your subconscious mind. Once you see the signs, you must suspend judgment and allow things to unfold as they should, and it will come to pass. It must. So thank you for watching. I hope this information has helped you in some sort of way. Peace and take care.